for yourself. Let's just have real talk because Sassy Cassie done pissed me off. So now let me go all the way in. Take me out of the equation. Use your real life. How many times when you go to an event, you see a group of girls together with no man? How many times do you go out and you see a girl with a guy, but there's always more girls with other girls? Because there's not a lot of millionaire men to go around. So it's not about lowering your standards, bitch. It's about being honest with what is in front of you.
What is real?
There's not enough millionaire men for every black woman. And that's why millionaire men sometimes have more than one woman, because everybody wants that.
I swear, I wish I could find that meme on where they show Kendra G slowly turning into Kevin Samuels, because my goodness, she's starting to sound more and more like him. These are literally RP talking points, y'all. Like, real talk. I'm like, but Kevin Samuels tried to tell you. He tried to tell you. Now look what you're dealing with. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we get started, make sure you please like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. On the road to 1,000 subs, baby. Let's get it. Alright, so if you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it. Today, we're going to be reacting to Kendra G. But not necessarily the clip that... Well, I'm going to be playing two clips because they connect. She recently, and shout out to Chishas is there and Black Light Podcast, because they're the reason why I was actually on to this. So Kendra G got into it with somebody in the comments. But first, I want to play the original clip of where, you know, this back and forth originated between her and somebody in the comments. And then I'm going to play the second clip that shows you the interaction that she had with that particular person. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I don't like to share a lot of my personal business, but I've dated quite a few millionaire men. I just think that a lot of things, you might have the money, but it also might come with a lot of things you do not desire. So, there is a trade-off, you know. I'm not going to say that you can't have one or you can't have one. You know, you're just saying you want to speak this upon your life, so I'm not going to block that blessing. But I just think that you have to be realistic when it comes to a millionaire man. Like, if you just want the man with the money, then okay, but he's probably going to be disrespectful. There might be other women involved, you know. So I don't know if you're willing to compromise those other things just because he's a millionaire.
Yeah. Well, I won't know until I try.
Well, there's that.
Listen, I won't know until I try. Like, it's no if it's. But I'm just saying, like, it's not like I see somebody looking for a come up. Like I said, I plan on to get my, like, I got hair.
Oh, hold on. Let me get into this. Hold on. I'm about to go off. Girl speaking, Kendra will tell every black woman to lower their standards. Bitch, that is never my role, okay? I'm not telling nobody to lower their standards, but what I'm asking you about is that the real life.
Yeah,
hold on real quick. This ain't you. This is a Sassy Cassie 38 who's saying, this is not, first of all, this is a numbers game. This ain't nothing to do with Kendra, period. How many millionaire men are y'all running into every single day that is being faithful and all these other attributes y'all say y'all want? Y'all go out every day and y'all see groups of women going out together. Take me out the equation. Just use your real life experience for yourself. Let's just have real talk because Sassy Cassie done pissed me off. So now let me go all the way in. Take me out of the equation. Use your real life. How many times when you go to an event, you see a group of girls together with no man? How many times do you go out and you see a girl with a guy, but there's always more girls with other girls? Because there's not a lot of millionaire men to go around. So it's not about lowering your standards, bitch. It's about being honest with what is in front of you.
What is real?
There's not enough millionaire men for every black woman. And that's why millionaire men sometimes have more than one woman because everybody wants that.
Swear, I wish I could find that meme on where they show they show Kendra G slowly turning into Kevin Samuels. Cause my goodness, she's starting to sound more and more like him. These are literally RP talking points, y'all. Like real talk. We talk about that. We talk about this in this space all the time. These men know why y'all dealing with them. They know why y'all mess with them. You don't think they gonna take advantage of that? All y'all want them. It's a numbers game. We're talking 1%ers. I think it's even smaller than that now that I think about it. Very, 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 very small portion of the male population, man. And this, oh my goodness. It must be really nice to be a girl, to be able to just live in this fantasy world and you ain't got to worry about no consequences. It's almost like women get to be kids all their lives. I mean, don't get me wrong, when they get older, they got to pay bills and what have you, but for the most part, y'all don't really... I know, I'm being sarcastic. Let's keep moving.
So that's what I'm telling you. It's not about... And lowering the standards, let's think about that for a second. So you think it's high standards to be with a guy that makes $1 million, but treats you like crap?
Right.
Wait, hold on one second. But treats you like crap? I would rather have a man who may not be a millionaire, but treats you like a queen. That, to me, is high standards. To me, you're lowering your standards actually when you're focusing on a person that might have $1 million but still gonna treat you. Now that's actually an example of lowering your standards. That's not high standards. Yeah. Okay? If you want to have high standards for yourself, treat yourself high, and you won't care about the money because you're gonna either have it yourself or you're gonna attract someone that's gonna treat you the way you are, regardless of how much money they make. Okay? So Cassie, Sassy, whatever the name is, now we clear. I'm sorry, back to you, boo. I just had to say that because it's really aggravating. Like, y'all be really wanting to get... This don't got nothing to do with me. You can use your real life. You don't got to use this show. How many millionaire men do you run into on a regular basis? Let's just have that conversation. Guess what? I run into millionaire men every day. I work in the entertainment industry. I have been for 20 years. That's why I can talk about these kind of men. And what I will say, yeah, I mean... A lot of y'all don't want to deal with the shit that comes with them, though. Like y'all say, I want a man with money, but then you say all these other things. These men know that you want him because of his money. He ain't no fool. He ain't accrue all this money being stupid. He knows you with him because he got a bag. And guess what? He gonna treat you like that too. Yeah. Now, if that's what you want, that's what you want. But it's not about me trying to ever make a woman lower her standards. If anything, I'm just trying to ask you, is that your real life? Is that in your real world? And if it's not, are you doing the things to be in that world? But let's keep going because, you know, she done woke me all the way up.
Don't be letting
woke me all the way
up. What you were saying, so that's like you talking to me, so that's like...
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Yo, that's crazy, man. It's just so funny to see the transition, man. The more and more women she talk to, man, she gonna end up being like Rebecca Lynn Pope and April Mason, and she gonna end up giving this up. I think a big part of the reason why she's gaining so much traction, because when I first got hip to her, she probably had like 20,000 subs. Now she almost got 70,000. But a big part of the reason why is, man, oh man, like her content is so good for the RP space. Because you literally get to see the delusion up close, up front and center. Oh my goodness. And no disrespect, but really though, like $1 million, average at best. Here's the actual interaction with that particular commenter. All right, let's get it.
I'm looking a little bit dusty. It's late. It's like 3:38.
I think you look naturally beautiful.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm not here to be talking about men. I just want to reiterate on the fact that I think that Black is allowed to establish standards without people picking and prying on those standards, making them question them, and then turning the finger onto them when they start to question them, because people are constantly prying, like, are you sure? Do you think you deserve that? Is that out there? Have you been able to maintain that? Have you ever met a guy like that? And then turn around, and when she says, okay, maybe I should rethink it, like, that's what you did. You asked her a bunch of questions to decide whether or not that was feasible for her to achieve. And then when she said, okay, well, it's not that important, it's something I want, but then people are in the comments like, well, she doesn't know what she wants. That's why yes, she does. She came on here, you asked her. By the way, that's something that I wanted to emphasize as well, Kendra, because I kind of feel like I watch you quite often. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, pop-up shows. I watch your show faithfully. It almost feels like to me there's a repetition behind you picking and prying at women who express that they want a man who makes a fair amount of money, who is going to provide, and etc. Because you asked her. She didn't make it a standing ovation that she needed a man to make money. You asked her, do you have a money preference? And she put a number on it.
Okay. And if that number was $1 million, then why would she not critique that? Do you not know how many millionaires, especially black millionaires, are in this country? You do know that there's a very high probability that you're going to be sharing that man sexually. Are you willing to compromise that and still keep the relationship closed on your end? You okay with that? Most of y'all ain't really about that life. Y'all just want the lifestyle. Let's keep it moving.
Continue to debacle about whether that was appropriate. And then you brought up, well, have you been with a millionaire? You said you've been with a millionaire. She said yes. And then we went down why that didn't work, because they were too busy. And you're like, well, okay, the men that you want aren't available because they're too busy, or the men that you want, the men you're describing, don't want you. She didn't say she wanted a millionaire. So him being too busy as a millionaire does not disqualify the 10 or the 100K making man that she's asking for now. She actually has degraded her taste because the man with that type of money is too busy and she can't handle that. So she's degraded her taste to a 100K a year man, and you're still telling her, well, damn, I mean, why are you prioritizing money? I think women need to step back and think about what they're willing to settle for. Why does she have to settle? Why can't she meet somebody who's meeting her at her level? I don't think that she even needs to go into her mind and, am I able to take a 50K man if he loves me? That's not what she's looking for. That's not what she's looking for. And I don't think that we need to go back into what she's not been able to access to determine whether or not she's deserving of something that she says she wants.
Do you believe how dumb you look right now? You look so dumb.
See, that's the problem right there. See, why is it so hard for women to accept that your money you having money will never hold the same weight as a man having money? Because you literally just said so yourself. He gotta make at least what I make. Women are hypergamous. Y'all are designed this way. It's the reason why, once women started making their own money, that's when ish really hit the fan as far as relationships go. Then you throw the feminist movement and birth control and all that on top of that. Yeah, the 60s were ooh man, those 60s, man. 1960s was something else. And then you fast forward to today, and now we got situations like this, where women are like, oh, nah, I make 100K, so now he got to make 100K. You want to know what's so funny? When you really look at this, women are literally shooting themselves in the foot and shrinking their dating pool without even trying. Like, they're trying, but they're not trying. It's like, yeah, okay, I get you. You want to have your own bag and everything, but now you putting yourself in a position as a woman to where it's like you can only respect men who are where you at or higher. And the likelihood of you locking a man down of that caliber and having him to yourself, man, listen, these women need to y'all need to regroup and think of something different, because it ain't working. Keep it moving.
She makes 100K. Why can't she want a man who makes 100K? She never made it about money. You asked her if she had a preference.
You're so dumb.
And she said she had a preference. She didn't say that was all she wanted. So
women like you die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, of course I can speak. It's my show. I can speak at any time.
It's your show.
But I wanted to make sure I gave you the amount of respect to get everything off your chest. When did I say the word deserve?
It's interchangeable.
No, pause. I never said deserve. It's not about what deserve.
It's not about, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. But you can read the comments.
Real quick. When you talk,
you can
I
read
listen.
the comments.
When you talk, I listen. So I deserve the same respect,
You're
right?
so dumb.
So let's get a couple things clear. I never said the word deserve. Never said that.
But it was implied.
No, that's not implied.
You can tell by the comments that
it's not a comment, sweetheart. Listen, let's that.
Please reflect on the comments, Kendra, because this is a repetitive commentary.
This is not repetitive. Listen, when you spoke, I listened. So why can't I get the same respect?
Well, I'm responding.
I want to get something clear. I never said the word deserve. So even though you felt that way, that was your feelings. I never said that. It's not about what. It's not. Hold on, you ready to talk? You gotta listen. It's not about what you deserve. It's about experience. See, what I was trying to get her to understand, because she has experience on this. She told me, I didn't say anything about millionaire men. She brought that up. She said, I never said, have you dated a millionaire man? I would never say that. She gave that. So what I was trying to educate her to understand is, okay, you dated millionaire men. You dated men that make that money, but you weren't happy with those men. That's all I was trying to get her to understand. So if you dated those men that had the money requirement that you say is important to you, why did you leave those men?
But
why did you not just wake it out?
Why are you, the premise of you asking those questions, the premise of you asking her to analyze the fact that she's dated men with money and was not satisfied is an inadvertent way of you saying maybe you should not want a man with money so that you can find someone who makes you happy. And I am saying you should not push back on somebody's preference just so they can find happiness.
Do you believe how dumb you look
should
right
never
now?
encourage black women to settle. The fact that black women...
let me just, okay.
Please, can I finish my statement? Just
no, you can't. No, now you're going to listen.
Gotcha.
Now you're going to listen. Now you're going to listen. Because I listened to you, so now you're going to listen.
Right.
Let me just
it's giving pick me. It's giving pick me. It's giving pick me. And you do this to every black woman.
You're so dumb.
But you watch my show. But you here at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I love differing opinions.
Right now,
I love
watching my
differing
show, so
opinions.
why are you here?
Pick me, Kendra. Just because you
feel
don't
that
have
way,
high
why are you up with me
Kendra doesn't
at
mean that
4
black
a.m.?
women have high
If
standards
you
for
feel
themselves.
that way,
You
why are
want to
you
settle.
up
like
We
you,
don't
at
have
4
to.
o'clock in the
You want
morning
to settle,
on my
Kendra.
show?
We don't have to.
Why are you up at 4 a.m. on my show if you feel that way?
I was
don't even
already
know
up,
you.
my love.
You
I
are
love
up at
differing
4 a.m.
opinions.
on my show.
Yes.
So
And that
who's the
means
goofy?
you're not a pick me?
But you crazy. Listen, baby girl, I'm
You're a
hosting
pick
a
me.
show.
You have low standards. We don't have to. Good night.
Oh, yeah, I know you want to say goodnight. Of course you want to hang up. This is why I don't like even talking to women. I'm not gonna say black women at certain amount of.
Yeah, you didn't want to, but you did though. You wanted to say it, but you didn't want to. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, about 99% of the women that you talk to on your show are black women. Well, who else are you gonna say, Kendra? I'm like, but Kevin Samuels tried to tell you. He tried to tell you. Now look what you're dealing with. You're being called a pick-me just because you put a woman's feet to the fire. And you go harder on the men than you do the women. Now do you understand the level of entitlement that men are trying to show y'all that we're dealing with out here? And these are the same women that are wondering why the hell they single. Stupid. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, man. Yo, I'm like, is she starting to see the light? I'm telling you, boy. She getting RP'd and she don't even know it, man. Alright, if you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. It helps me reach a broader audience. Hit the bell notification so that way y'all know when I'm uploading. And until the next video, y'all, deuces.